So I think what I'm going to do is make a video right after a session, because during my sessions we have great conversations and lots of revelations and things that are important, and the dialogue I would like to share with you guys, because I think you guys can relate, and I think it'll be beneficial to you in your story. Now, of course, I'm not going to reveal names, the specifics of the story, because that would be unethical and I would have no clients. But I think that disclosing broad strokes of one story, pulling the theme, and significant and meaningful can be impactful to your story. So while they're fresh in my head. And I have not done any videos that I believe are meaningful. I know that I whistled lately and I rode in my underwear. Let's talk about that, actually, because that's the theme of my session was seeking approval, validation, and how that leads to abandoning yourself. That's not my term, that was her term, and I'm not stealing that, but I love that term because that's actually what's happening in that process. Is when you are seeking validation and approval, you are abandoning self, and I'll explain that. The reason why I won't take down my videos, which are mostly silly, is because if I do, the reason I would be doing it is to seek your validation and approval, and by doing so, I would be quote-unquote abandoning myself, and that's the meaning for me, and that's why I leave them up. If you do not like it, or if you have opinions about it, then I know that that's your version of the story of me, and it may or may not be the truth. So, and everyone has their own versions of stories, so I refuse to own that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to seeking validation and approval. If you are seeking validation and approval, which everyone does to a certain extent, but if you do it to the point where you are losing your voice and everything that you do is pulling from that pseudo-self, what happens is you lose yourself. And the way that happens is you, for example, if you are picking friends based on what you think people will think about you because you're surrounding yourself with these people. If you're wearing clothes based on designers or based on a certain brand, because then it will put you, it'll say something about you. Driving a certain car, not because of the performance or what you like about the car, but because of the label and what that car means in society, job, etc. So, excuse me. The more you do that, the more you lose yourself, the more you lose your voice, the more you lose your power. And basically now you're giving other people, the world, power, and you become a leaf. And you are unhappy. Then you get into a relationship and you go into it powerless. So the way to live in solid self is to take that power back. And one of the ways to do it is to stop seeking approval and validation. One way is to not take down the silly videos you put on YouTube. Another way can be think about what you want in friendships, relationships, in your life, your career, and don't negotiate. Drive your stake and address and validate yourself instead of seeking it. And I think, like a muscle, the more you exercise that, the less you will care what other people think. But more importantly, what it does is it kind of acts as a force field, and it allows you to grow internally. And the more you do that, you will realize that the more people will be attracted to you, because you're being truthful, because you're not trying to be someone that you're not. And that will encourage you to be more in your solid self. So it's a cycle, and it's the key is to break that cycle and to start reversing it. And then that will catch momentum. So instead of giving your power to everyone else, take that power back. And the way that you take that power back is to stop seeking validation, approval in everything that you do. That's all a piece of building your new container.